Hello, this is Thrassoss, and welcome to episode 4 of my Beyond Reality mod pack Let's Play off the AT launcher. I have a ton of stuff to show you. I've been pretty busy this week and haven't got a chance to record an episode, but I've done a lot of little projects around my base, bunch of magic, bunch of tech stuff, so I'm going to get started showing you guys what I have gotten accomplished. First off, you'll see on my bar down here, I built myself a Terrashatterer, and it is amazing. It takes a ton of materials to get Terrasteel ingots. You can see right here what I built. This is the little multi-block structure you have to build it. It's just 5 living rock, 4 lapis lazuli blocks, and this terrestrial agglomeration plate, which is a ton of runes. Air, mana, earth, all of them requiring a bunch of mana steel. Let's see, yeah, tons of mana steel. More mana steel. So there's a lot of mats to it, and that's just to create the multi-block that makes the Terrasteel. Then it takes, I think it's either half a pool or 1 pool of mana per ingot. I think it was half a pool of mana per ingot. Plus it takes, what's 1 ingot? How do I craft it? Anyway, it's one diamond, one mana diamond, 1 mana pearl, and 1 piece of mana steel. So it takes, 4 diamonds, 4 ender pearls, 4 pieces of steel to get the mats for this. See there? And then it uses a mana tablet to make it. And that's just to get the rank D version. You then have to throw it in a mana pool, like so, and charge it up. And all of this mana is wasted. It's just used to level it up. I actually haven't done it for a while. Haven't done anything magical here in the last 2 days as I've been running around doing some tech stuff. So I need to dump some of this mana in. As you can see, my mana pools are getting a pretty big backlog there. Haven't done anything with Britannia in at least a few days. So, you know what, that doesn't despawn, so actually that eats up the mana pool pretty quick. Let me just let it charge up as I show you guys some of the other stuff I accomplished. So, I built this out here. This is a neat little setup I came up with. I took one of my harvest golems. I have a double chest full of food over there, so I'm good on food for a while. So I took my harvest golem and put a Gourmaryllis down. This is the G-O-U-R. This is the Britannia flower that uses food to produce mana. So it's within like 2 or 3 blocks of the flower. Any food on the ground, you can see some of it's out of range there. Any food on the ground will be eaten by the flower. There you go. Hold on 1 second, actually. Alright, I'm back. I had my sounds turned completely off because I was working on that mob grinder earlier, and that's pretty noisy in there. So you can hear every couple pieces of food, it makes the eating sound, which is kind of neat. But most of the food is wasted. I think I can't remember. I read about it online. It's every 30 seconds. It takes like 3 or 4 seconds for it to send the mana that a piece of food gives it up here. So if I had 2 or 3 carrots on the ground, the first one gets eaten. The rest of them get eaten, but that mana is wasted. But this is just mostly just a free little mana generator here. I don't have to do any maintenance to it. Little guy just runs around, picks this stuff, throws it on the ground, and then, the flower just eats it when it gets to it. So, there's that. I use these, I put down these thermalilies, went to the nether, got a little lava lake chateau set up to fill up a lava tank, so if I'm ever low on mana, I just start dumping it in there. Let's see. The first couple ranks of that Terrashatterer are pretty quick to go through. I think it starts at rank D, takes just a little tiny bit of mana to get it up to C, and then I think it's either half or full mana pool to get it up to B, and B is amazing. I'm gonna take a quick break and run down into my mines just to show you how amazing this tool is. Alright, here I am south of my base in a big tin vein I found. Just kind of stumbled upon this. I have a big coal vein that I was using to mine out the coal to try to produce a few more industrial diamonds, and I ended up finding this. I'd actually given up on tin, and just kind of thought, well, whatever steel I get, I'll just have to build it up with, alchemy out of Thaumcraft. But this is a huge vein. Let me just show you what this Terrashatterer does. At rank D, I didn't really test it out much at rank D. I don't think it has any special at rank D. But when it gets up to C, it will do a line of 3 bricks here. I'm actually at rank B. So at this stage, bam. A 3x3... Huh. That's weird. My achievements must have reset. But, at rank... the third rank, whatever it is. B? Yeah. At rank B, it mines out a 3x3 area. And just like the Terrasteel pick, you can just shift-click to place torches, which is insanely convenient. So you don't have to keep torches on your action bar. You can just shift-click it. It'll, you see that little kind of shadow of the number of torches I have in my inventory there. And, yeah, this makes mining amazing. Like, this mod pack doesn't have Tinker's Construct in it. So if you're used to using a Tinker's Construct hammer to mine with, which, if you rush it, it can be pretty early game. Your first, your first few pieces of iron should probably go to a Tinker's Construct hammer if that's in your pack. But, this is pretty expensive, takes a long while to make all the runes and everything for it, but it is so worth it. You can just mine up huge amounts of, whatever it is you're after here. It just makes mining amazing. Ooh, I should probably make this area safer. Huh, looks like he did blow. Oh well. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about this. I wish I would have rushed it earlier. You should definitely rush Britannia to get that Terrashatterer as soon as you have the resources to, because that is amazing. I'm gonna run back to my base and continue showing you other stuff here. Alright, I'm back at my base. I am probably going to build my Thaumcraft infusion altar between this episode and next. I have hollowed out the little arm of that outcropping of rock right there for it. I'm wanting to kind of build it near the edge there, or close enough to the edge to where you can kind of see it from down here. I just think it'd be cool to have, like an open field here where you can look up and see like all kind of wicked looking, infusion, magic stuff going on up there. I just think that'd be neat. Plus, it's kind of out in the way, so that if something goes wrong, I can kind of retreat back and retreat back into the safety of my soon-to-be mountain fortress up there. There's nothing up there right now. I'm just working on kind of getting this stuff in shape, but it should probably be up and running, all put together by the next time I record anything. So I should have a pretty cool little area set up there to show you guys. So let's go in here and take a look at what I've been doing with tech stuff. You'll see here I have swapped out the GregTech piping with Steve's Factory Manager inventory cable. I've been kind of running this off a Steve's Factory Manager setup here. You'll see here I pull steam out of the low pressure steam boiler downstairs and then distribute it to all my machines. This stuff here I'm not going to get into the details of all of it, but because it's probably really poorly done. I've never used Steve's Factory Manager before, and it takes some getting used to. And there's a few oddities to how it's working out I can't quite figure out yet, but I just need to mess with it. Like, for instance, I don't know. It's just kind of I just gotta mess around with it a little bit more to get it figured out. And then down here, I have this low pressure boiler. 2 hobbyist steam engines. That's out of steam, out of heat. So, okay, out of coal. I also, as you see me doing here, I'm using some Steve's, what is it, Steve's Workshop? Yeah, Steve's Workshop tables. They're kind of neat. You can put either a crafting table in them or a furnace in them, and you get 4 crafting grids here. Put a crafting table in, you just get this. You can go down here, you install it all on this upgrades tab. Put a crafting table in there, inventory slot. You can only put 1 inventory bar per area. And then you can also put like a furnace in here. So it's kind of neat that you can multitask like that. But it's not quite as good as the work tables in like storage space here, and it doesn't have the the memory, like the last 9 items crafted in it. But it's still a neat production thing. Plus, you can do auto crafting with it. I haven't started doing that yet, but you can do put auto crafting upgrades in here to where it'll automatically import or automatically export stuff, and then automatically craft whatever items you have in that crafting grid. So that's a pretty powerful little tool there. I haven't used it much, but I'm sure I'll use it some here coming up. I just started messing around with it just to see how it went. Plus, it puts together charcoal real quick. There's some speed upgrades you can do that make it pretty efficient. I think it's 100% extra efficiency, and let me see. This one is my maxed out furnace one. The upgrades, yeah, you can stack up to 3 input quays, which gives you, I keep closing out of that, I'm sorry, which gives you up to 3 extra slots here. And then the production speed upgrade makes it go faster, and then you can get up to 4 fuel efficiency upgrades, which increases the efficiency. So I think it ends up being a total of 100% more efficient, and I think like 90% or 99% faster. It's way faster than those these iron furnaces that I've used in the past. Only thing is they're a little bit laggy to open up sometimes, so that is a negative. I've seen people complain that lags on it's a little bit laggy on servers, but I'm in a single player world, so it doesn't matter as much. So this is what I got going on. I've expanded my basic capacitor bank a little bit here. I have 5 now. I'm trying to figure out the EnderIO switches. What is this? The conduit switch. my goal is to, because these burn through energy like nobody's business. Oh yeah, this whole setup here. Been walking right by it and not even talking about it. I've set this up to use up some of my excess resources up there. A squeezer. This is all forestry stuff. The squeezer uses apples to produce fruit juice, a byproduct of mulch, and then I have it set up to automatically export over to a fermenter, which turns fruit juice into biomass. It uses up the excess mulch from the previous step, and it uses up a ton of apple oak saplings, and it produces I think it produces either short meat or biomass. This recipe produces biomass, and then that is pumped automatically into a Buildcraft refinery, turning biomass into ethanol. And then ethanol is, I have it set up to auto export underneath there with more of these liquid transfer nodes, and that is a pretty decent liquid energy source. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with that. It is evidently a good fuel for a diesel generator out of Great Tech, so that I could use that as a backup energy source later. But these were when everything's running full bore, without these being plugged in, I'm burning up a ton of excess steam, just getting wasted. And these are making a ton of excess power, just producing wood and stuff. So I was wanting to use up some of that excess power. What's that? Why am I losing RF here? That's kind of odd. I'll go upstairs and see what's going on. Oh, I bet it just harvested a big load of stuff. Currently I'm running the 2.2.8 alpha, the most recent one off the launcher, and that seems to do some. It updated to a newer version of forestry. I don't know what the deal is, but there's a few things in forestry that are kind of messed up right now. I'm trying to figure out the bug reporting process, so trying to look at trying to figure out the known issues and stuff of it. But right now, as far as I can tell, I don't know if this is a forestry thing or if it's something else or a mod pack thing, but the farm gearbox doesn't want to accept power from the bottom from anything. I can even put that down there. It just doesn't want to accept power from the bottom. I tried 3 or 4 different things, but it accepts power from the side fine. And I'm just putting that there to it seems to go better if I have a battery kind of source there powering it. So that's, I could just disable this so it looks cleaner. Extract, insert, disabled. There we go. I tried, I had conductive pipes doing this before, but they didn't input, so I switched over to this energy conduit, because this EnderIO energy conduit is just fantastic. All the conduit stuff out of EnderIO is just amazing. Also, the other thing is that some of the apple oak saplings don't want to stack right in barrels, so I added a chest. Here, let me even show you. I can pull out. See, that didn't stack with that. And that's, item ID 4718. Oh no, that's just an oak sapling. I'm sorry, that's something I got out in the world. Okay. So let me grab half a stack of this apple oak sapling 4718. Let me go right click on this barrel. And those didn't stack. See, that's a whole nother stack. 4718, 4718. And those don't stack. I'm right clicking right here. So, and now they don't stack back up together. That's weird. That stacks. That does not stack. Now that stacks. It's just weird. I can't tell what exactly the issue is here. So I just have a chest. I have another barrel full of sand, a chest full of for like excess stuff, and then that chest overflows. The remainder just gets trash canned. So and it's not a big deal. I'm just using the stuff downstairs just to. I should probably automate it. That's probably one of the next big projects I'll do is come up with like a piping system to sort it all out downstairs automatically. That's why I was. That's why I was showing you guys that this whole redstone switch thing here, to where when this gets like below half power, it'll switch this on to just do this production line here, and when it gets or maybe when it gets up to like 95% power, it'll switch this production line on, and then when it gets down below 50%, it'll switch this off. But normally, if everything's running, I'm gaining 30-40 power RF a tick there. It's just that's out of steam now. So let me see. What else am I doing here? Oh yeah, I'm building up some bronze. Oh, I have some. I did some EnderIO stuff down here on the other side. I have a sag mill and an alloy smelter to help. The alloy smelter, either the GregTech or the GregTech Steam one, or the alloy smelter from EnderIO, both produce the 4 bars of bronze for 3 copper, 1 tin. So I have that set up to maximize my tin production. Right now that's mace rating up that tin I dug up a minute ago. So impure pile of tin dust. There we go. Impure pile of tin dust. There. I'm starting to mine up a little bit of yellowite. A couple stacks here. I think I have a couple stacks down there. I'll eventually probably do something with big reactors, but I know that's going to take a ton of mass. I certainly don't. I'm certainly nowhere near close to using that. But I want to start, building up a reservoir of it for use later on. So let me cut away here and figure out what I'm going to show you guys next. Alright, I'm about to head in here and take a look at my mob grinder. I ended up, I made up a bunch of these upgrade slots for down in here. I'll show you guys how I build it up down there. I currently have it turned off. I just blocked up the pitfall up there inside the mob grinder, because a lot of my barrels are completely full down here. And here we go. I've opened this up a little bit. Nothing should be in here because as I said, I had it stopped up there. Excuse me. And as you can see, all the miscellaneous stuff is pretty much full. That's, what is it, 10 stacks of 16? Yeah, so that's a bunch, not full, but certainly a ton of stuff. Bunch of potions here. I'm really glad I went with this filing cabinet. But I have a bunch of upgrades I want to apply here so I can just let this thing run. One of the negative things about this is that kind of annoying. It spawns cats up there, like the Ender Zoo wither cats, and those are super annoying. And somehow they get out constantly. I don't know if those can dig out, or my guess is there's something with their pathing where they like glitch out of a corner or something. So I definitely want to have this set up to where it just, if nothing else, just voids the extra, just so that can keep running, so that it doesn't fill up with wither cats, and then like 2 or 3 wither cats just walking around my base is kind of annoying. So I'm going to apply all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Each one of those added 1 extra upgrade slot. Now, Go back through. This adds more upgrade slots. Really thought that would add. Really thought that should be showing 3. Maybe I didn't do the numbers right. So let's do the void thing first. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, it shows down the corner there. Void, 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 void. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, okay. Alright. Awesome. And now, all of this stuff that added an extra, that doubled the size of all the barrels, so I can get 128 stacks in each one. And then, once it gets up to that, which it will before too long, especially on some of these here, it will just void them all. As you can see, the chest is already pretty full. Let me just start dumping. I'm gonna cut away. I don't want you guys to have to sit here and watch me just do some inventory management stuff to kind of clean it up down here. Alright, I'm back here in my little viewport window. And as you can see, this will probably be a little on the dangerous side. So I thought I'd record it. It might be funny for you guys to watch me fail horribly. Let me see about this. You know what? Let's take here. There we go. Awesome. Oh, that's super. How did that piece of dirt get up there? This doggone Enderman. Always messing with my stuff. Alright, okay, that's working. So, I'm gonna cut away then. Alright, so that's a good wrapping up point for the episode. I didn't really do a whole lot on camera, but I kind of showed you guys a good idea of what I've accomplished between last episode and this one. And I'll be able to show you guys a bunch more stuff. Maybe do a little bit more on camera, a little bit more putting stuff together. Maybe I'll do the final touches of that altar, the infusion altar, the Thrassoss infusion altar on camera next time I sit down to record. So hope you guys have a good time. Remember, click like or subscribe if you enjoyed the episode. You have any ideas for the episode, feel free to make a comment. Tell me what you think. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.